You study this all the time. I mean, my point about a poll, if you had a general poll among the Australian public and the question was a simple one, do you support the US alliance with Australia? Surely the answer would be an overwhelming yes, wouldn't it, Michael?
It is around the alliance and seeing America as an essential major security partner, our essential major security partner. There are Australians who are feeling quite anxious about the reliability of decision-making under US President Trump. Well, that's reasonable. But beyond that, they still understand that despite Trump's foibles, America is our major security partner. And that's a pretty important thing.
We won't give Keating too much more airtime, but what about his comments around AUKUS, where he believes that's a dangerous document that Australia, or agreement that Australia has signed up to with the UK and the US?
Well, I think the main thing about AUKUS is it's such a long-term thing, taking 30 years to get 8 submarines. The danger is we're not doing enough for our own security now. And in fact, Richard Marles pretty much admitted that, saying, our geography is more important than our military if there's a war. Well, we should have a stronger military where we can look after ourselves and not have a defence minister who says our military's so weak, it's just about our position in the world that matters.
As you say, the United States is our main ally when it comes to the defence of our country. How worrying is it that our Prime Minister has not, over the last 8 months, been able to get a face-to-face meeting with President Trump? The meeting, at the G7, you can understand why Trump went back to Washington. I mean, with what's happening with Israel and Iran, that's to be understood. But, I mean, we've now got the PM thinking he might fly over to the NATO meeting to try and catch up with Donald Trump. I'd have to say, why weren't we sending the PM to that NATO meeting anyway?
You're right, Steve. Our Prime Minister should be taking the opportunity to meet with the 32 other national leaders who will be at the NATO meeting. Trump may be one of them, and if he is there, well, I think it's very important our Prime Minister meet with the US President. But really, the Prime Minister should be thinking, at this extremely dangerous time in global security, meeting with his counterpart leaders of 32 powerful democratic nations is worth some diary time. But of course, it would be very embarrassing to be at that meeting because those NATO members are going to be committing to spending 3.5, maybe 5% of their GDP on defence, and our Prime Minister is sitting on his hands. So aside from Trump, it would be an embarrassment. And of course, he could turn up and again fail to meet President Trump. 2 reasons he probably doesn't want to go.
Your expertise is strategy. Let's turn our attention to the conflict between Iran and Israel. Latest development today, a major hospital in Israel hit by an Iranian missile of some sort. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty about what Donald Trump might do next. What would he be sitting around his War Cabinet room table, security table, discussing? What are his options? What are his real options, given that he does not domestically want to be seen to be pushing the United States into another 20-year boots-on-the-ground conflict in the Middle East?
Well, I think step one is he's going to continue to help defend Israel from Iranian missile and drone attack. And that has some risks for America because American service personnel and facilities personnel can be killed and facilities can be damaged. That could drag America into the war, whatever he decides. And the second thing is he going to use America's unique weapons, the B-2 bomber with its enormous bunker buster bombs, to destroy those deep underground nuclear facilities that are so essential to Iran's nuclear program? And if he does that, can he avoid making America a party to this ongoing conflict? And the big thing I think he should be spending time thinking about is what happens the day after if he does these things? What is the plan for continuing the conflict or ending the conflict if he uses American power that way?
I was going to ask you that because if he uses that, the American military used that bunker-busting bomb, and only the Americans have an aircraft, as I understand it, capable of carrying that bomb load. If he does that, and then the Iranians go, righto, we're going to attack an American base, we're going to take out an American airliner, we're going to attack the Americans on American soil with a terrorist attack. I mean, that's where it's going to get really nasty and dangerous, isn't it?
Well, I think that scenario at the end there about does Iran try to do something really stupid and do something in America or another country against American people or American officials, that we can't dismiss that. But I think in military terms, Iran is on the back foot comprehensively against Israel. And I don't think the Iranian leaders want to add American power to that. So the last thing Tehran wants is to broaden the conflict and bring in America, but they may have nowhere to go if America uses those bunker busters.
Great stuff. Thank you, Michael. Always a pleasure to catch up with you, my friend.